Hey everybody, quick update on the tank. Everything's doing great still, awesome. Got rid of the cobalt sea ray, had that on here for about a month and a half. But if you've seen the other videos I've been making about the diffuser that I started printing, and I started a website, 3dreefing.com, where I sell the diffusers, I decided to go ahead and put the hydras back on here, and actually got a Prime HD2 that I designed a diffuser for too, and selling those online. So I've been kind of just doing that on the side. Everything's been going good. All the feedback on those diffusers has been great from all the customers that bought them. Everybody's seen positive benefits from them, so that's been awesome. So I was just going to give you a short update on the tank and how things have been going since I moved it from the 25 gallon. And just to sum it up, everything's been going great. Haven't had an ugly phase, haven't had any issues. It was almost like I never moved them at all. Growth has kicked back on these corals, and better than ever. And after looking back at what I was doing in the 25 gallon and where I saw the biggest growth spurt at, I'm trying to, conclude what I was doing right there. And there was two real major things that I was doing. Was the aquaforest, supplementing the aquaforest components 1 and 2 part, and the magnesium. I never really had to use that, and I'm probably not going to use it. And using the diffuser on the Hydra 26. When I got the cobalt sea ray and put that on the 25 gallon lagoon, I noticed, I wasn't having the extreme growth I was having that I had before when I had the diffuser on there. And then when I moved everything over on the tank, still using aquaforest, but then I had the cobalt sea ray on these, shining on these corals for about a month and a half, between the 25 gallon and this 50 gallon. And then I needed to show everybody the Hydra 26 diffuser, and have had that back on this tank for a while. And since I did that, the coral growth exploded. And just a disclaimer, I can't say that it's all the diffuser. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, make false claims about anything, but just my personal experience in it has been that I've been growing coral really well with the diffuser, but that could be the aquaforce doing it and just my water parameters. But the fact of the matter is that the corals are growing great with the diffuser on there. So that's a benefit. It does not stagnate the coral growth or anything at all. If anything, I've maintained great coral growth, so I'm happy about that. I'll show you a quick thing. Just finished these the Prime diffusers here. Been getting a lot of questions of what they're for and why would you do that and things like that. And honestly, I don't know. I guess it takes some time to get into the hobby and some experience with different kinds of lights to realize why you would diffuse the light itself. You can see in the reflection how it's diffusing the light there. But basically what you're doing is just giving it a more natural shimmer, and just completely eliminating the disco ball effect. And I've noticed some people don't even notice it, and it's hard to notice until you eliminate it. And then once you eliminate the disco ball effect, you really realize how bad it is. I am at the point where I've been using these things for so long now. When I pull them off, it's just like a complete static mess to my eyes, and it's almost like I can't have it. It's almost like I just broke the light when I pull them off, to me. And but yeah, I'm real happy about how these diffusers came out for the Prime. This is an old rough draft of it where I was trying to shrink down the logo, and it just, these are the problems you get with 3D printing, designing and redesigning from the software side, and then tuning the machine to work right. It's just, it can be a complex system to do that. But I love doing it, so here it is. This thing snaps right on, and then you have these tabs right in here, these little bubble tabs right here. What that does is keep this diffuser from blocking the air fence right here. And I also, you know, because I don't want to sell it and somebody put it on and they don't know and they squeeze this thing on and block the air vents. That's very bad. So I put those as a safety precaution so you don't do it. And I also took temperature readings from the heat sink itself, and there was really no discernible difference in temperature. There was no rise. I could say, just to be conservative, there was a 1 degree rise from, you know, about 105 degrees to 106 degrees, but that all depended on the variable speed of the fan that it was moving at. So yeah, that's enough of that part. And if you're interested in that, you can go to 3dreefing.com and check on the availability of those for the Hydra 26 and Prime HD. But coral has been doing super good. You can see here this bird's nest is pretty much exploding with those white tips, and just so they're super pointy. War coral, the colors have been great. I'm a little bit underpowered on the light, so I haven't been really putting them under a deep blue spectrum like I usually do in the 25-gallon lagoon, but they're still maintaining all the color and everything here. My torch corals are doing good. For some reason, I changed some flow and added the J-bow back up here, and after I did that, this one A-can has closed up for a couple days. Not sure. I'm just gonna let him go because he's pretty much the only guy in here that is kind of irritated, and that it is getting a lot more flow now than it used to. But the other one sitting right next to it completely fine. The torch corals are multiplying in the heads. This one has split off heads. I can see it. You can kind of tell here. Still doing great. Got a few coral. Got this cool like a pink flower pot coral and it's got gold tips, and I did have it sitting here and I moved it down here and it's kind of not doing so good. I'm kind of keeping an eye on that coral just to you know, I heard they were kind of difficult. The green slimer here, this is about 2 weeks. I clipped the tips and it has started taking off. I clipped the tips, so the tips of that was basically clean cut right at it, and all that growth at the tips there have happened in about a 2-week period, so that is awesome. Got a few more frags, still kind of getting used to the tank, some macros since I saw everything doing so well. And I clipped this tip of this coral, trying to see if I can get it to do the same thing as the green slimer, but it hasn't occurred yet. The Stylopora growing. I've been watching these kind of tips right here every single day, and they are growing. So it's almost like I've been watching these corals grow day by day. So it's been going awesome. GSP exploding. Everything else, zoanthids, anemones doing great. And finally, man, these things stagnated forever. The Monipora, but now it's taken off also. So as you can see, everything has been going good, and I've kind of been actually lazy on checking my parameters, and I checked it once or twice since I set the tank up, and then it's been about a month. I didn't check the calcium alkalinity, but with the aquaphors, everything just stayed rock solid. I was expecting, I checked it yesterday, I was expecting it to, you know, maybe lose some alkalinity, lose some calcium, but it was exactly as the day I left it about a month ago when I last checked it. And I found that aquaphor sits pretty low. I was always trying to raise the alkalinity, but it always sits pretty low for me at 7 DKH. But seeing the growth and the good things happening, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. And the sump has been doing excellent. I don't know what that is. The Chaeto has been exploding in growth. I just took out maybe 3/4 of this about 4 days ago, and it just keeps on going. It keeps chucking along, and the protein skimmer is broken in and doing great. Yep, that's it. So as you can see, everything is doing really good. Really happy with the tank. It's going excellent. I couldn't really hope for better results, I think. So that's it. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. If you haven't, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.